connected to your breathing and to basically just stretch from the top of our head down to the toes and feel, more spacious and have more freedom in our bodies, so we can move throughout our day with some ease and just starting off on the right foot. So you can do this in your pajamas if you're just getting out of bed. That's awesome. You don't need a whole lot of space. We don't need any props. So just when you're ready, meet me in a seated position and we'll get started right away. So when you sit down, just whatever way you sat down without thinking about it, sit the opposite way. So if you're crossing your legs, just switch the cross. If you're sitting on your heels, that's fine. You can stay as you are. We're going to let our hands come down to our thighs and just press them towards the earth. So just a little bit of pressure to ground down. Roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and then down. And just close down your eyes and take an expansive breath in, all the way down into your belly. Open your mouth and sigh away. Keep exhaling. And then inhale, flood the breath all the way down into the belly. Sigh away. Feel your body getting heavier and rooting downwards as you let the breath go. And then one more time, deep breath in, all the way in. Fill your entire body. Hold at the top and sigh away. Inhale, open your eyes, reach your arms up, take a big breath in, really stretch into your fingertips. As you exhale, twist towards your right, let your fingers come down to the ground and look behind you, just a gentle twist for the neck. As you inhale, reach your arms back up into the air. As you exhale, twist towards the left, little peek back, stretching up through that right side neck. Inhale, arms reach up again. Exhale, twist to your right. This time the left hand will find the right knee. The right fingertips will find the floor behind you, and elevate your spine nice and tall. And almost visualize like a flower stem or a tree trunk rooting down. And there's this length that's created organically, so it's not rigid, it's just nice and spacious. You could stay here or maybe float your right arm up towards the sky. So you could take a little peek upwards and see the palm of your hand, and then reach that right hand over towards the left, coming into a bit of a side bend as you hang out in your twist. Gaze wherever feels good for you. Take one more breath. And slowly on an inhale, we'll come through center. The arms will reach up. As you exhale, take the twist to the left. Right hand to left knee, left fingertips to the floor behind you. Really rooting down through your body, lifting up through the crown of the head. You could stay right here. Maybe the left arm reaches up, turning the palm to face towards your face, and then taking a little lean over towards the right. Just feeling into the sensation of stretch in that side body as you come into this side lengthening stretch. Take one more breath. Next inhale, bring yourself back to center, reach the arms up into the air. As you exhale, cactus your elbows, draw your shoulder blades back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, pause for another breath in. As you exhale, fingertips are going to come to the floor behind you. Lean yourself back so your feet come off the ground, and then plant the feet on the ground about the distance of your mat apart or just wider than your hips, and begin to knock your knees side to side, letting them fall over towards the right and then coming through center and over to the left. I don't know about you, but when I first wake up, my hips are a little tight. So hopefully this feels good. Let's go once more each side. And then coming back to center, just walk yourself up so you're in a neutral position. Your legs are going to extend out wide. You're going to point the toes and then point the feet and then flex the feet. So pointing the toes up, flexing, pointing the toes away from you, pointing up, and pointing away. And then just roll the feet around in some circles. So just waking up our ankles and our knees. A couple circles one way, a couple of circles the other. Good, and then land with the toes pointing towards the sky. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up towards the sky. Just a little exhale to reach over towards the right foot. Don't worry if you don't touch it. As you breathe in, heel yourself to center, reach the arms up. As you exhale, fold over your left leg. We're just gonna do that one more time each way, just waking up the hamstrings just a touch. Inhale up, keep the feet flexed. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale over to the left. Good, inhale, come to center. Your hands are just gonna come to the floor again behind you. Bring your legs together and then lift them up and bend your knees. So coming into boat pose, waking up the core a little bit here. So just maneuvering so you guys can maybe see at a better angle here. So the knees are together. The shins are about parallel to the floor. Your hands can stay on the earth or you can catch the backs of your thighs, whatever variation feels better for you. Keep your neck nice and long, your shoulders rolled back, and engage your core. I'm gonna pause here just for another breath. Now, if coming up through chair pose does not work for you, if the rock and the roll isn't your friend, that's totally fine. We can come up any other way. If you'd like to find the little rock, make sure there's nothing behind you, and slowly start to rock yourself back. And then as you come forward, just lift your bum a little bit off of the ground. I'm gonna do that 3 more times. So just getting a little bit more weight through the spine, using your hands if you need. On this last one, we're gonna land in chair. You can just meet me there. If it didn't quite work for you, that's okay. Find your chair position, waking up the legs, the quads, the glutes, arms reach up. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, cactus your elbows and open your chest a little bit, letting your ribs splay, lifting your tailbone up, take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, roll down or fold down, letting your fingers find the ground. As you breathe in, slide your hands to your shins, lifting up just halfway. As you exhale, fingertips come down to the ground. Step just your right foot back, coming into a long lunge position. Lower your back knee down to the ground and firmly plant your right hand. As you breathe in, sweep your left arm up towards the sky, opening your chest. As you exhale, let your left fingertips come down to the floor. Bring your left fingertips on the inside of your left foot and wiggle your left foot towards the left side of your mat or even off of your mat a little bit. Untuck your back toes and just find a little bit of a swaying motion side to side here, opening up that left hamstring a touch and the right hip flexor a little bit for our lizard lunge. Take another breath here. Great, and then tuck your back toes under, lift the knee up, and then think warrior 2 with your back leg. So you're gonna spin the heel in and down. Your left foot is still off of your mat, so widening through those hips. The left hand's gonna come right to the center of your mat, and you'll begin to lift the right arm up into the air, kind of like a side angle pose, but your left knee is way further away from your left shoulder. So just opening up those hips a little bit more. Really root down through your right foot, so your right hip and thigh and glute are all active. Take a breath in. Now as you exhale, gaze is going to come down, the right fingertips come down to the floor. Straighten through your front leg and pick up the toes and then turn them in. You're going to start to walk towards center. So if you need to maneuver your feet a little bit, that's fine. Coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders, fingertips to the floor, lift up just halfway, breathe in. And then as you exhale, fold again. As you inhale, come halfway up. As you exhale, start to walk your hands towards your front foot, turning your feet so they're facing towards the front of the room, and stepping back into downward facing dog. Left foot meets right foot. Give yourself a little shake out. You can bend your knees, one at a time, pedal out your feet. Then on an inhale breath, sweep your right leg up towards the sky, finding 3-legged dog. Doesn't need to be the biggest of all time, quite yet. As you exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Good, from here, lower down the back knee, and then as you breathe in, reach your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, hands come down to the heart, finding kind of prayer position with the arms. Take another breath in. As you exhale, turn your chest towards the right and then lean forward so your left elbow has a little shelf to land on. Fire up your back leg so the left knee comes off of the ground. Find your focal point and revolve your chest open towards the right. Good, pausing here for another breath. Let your gaze come down to the floor, fingertips frame your front foot, step your back foot all the way up, and keep the knee pulled in towards the chest, so you're still just on your right foot. Look at your floor a couple feet in front of you, and slowly start to bring yourself up to standing. With your left foot off of the ground, start to bring the left knee in towards the chest, finding a little bit of a balance here. Roll your shoulders back, pull your knee in, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Good, hands to the heart, start to externally rotate your thigh and place your left ankle right over top of your right thigh. Begin to bend your knees and send your hips back and down, coming into our figure 4 stretch. So really great for that outer left hip. Pausing here for one more breath. Doing great. Next inhale, reach the arms up, plant the left foot, reach for the sky, big breath in. As you exhale, fold towards the ground. Slide your hands under your shins, lift up just halfway. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, just your left foot steps back. Lower the back knee down to the ground. Keep your left hand on the floor and inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, right hand comes on the inside of your right foot, wiggle your right foot over towards the right. It might even come off of your mat a little bit. Untuck your back toe and take a little bit of a sway side to side here. And add any additional movements that you like. Maybe roll your head around a little bit. Take some deeper breaths. Great, and then keeping your right foot where it is, tuck your left toes under, lift the knee up, and then spin the heel in and down. So again, we're in that really wide hip variation of side angle pose. The right hand's gonna be on the floor, just on the inside of the right foot. Could even be into the center of the mat, and then begin to lift the left arm up, open the chest, really plug that left foot down into the floor. Feel some sensation of maybe heat climbing in. Feel your hips opening, take another breath here. As you exhale, gaze comes down, left fingers come to the floor, begin to straighten through your front leg, pick up the toes, turn them in, and again, if you need to readjust yourself so you're on your mat, that's fine. Fold down, give your head a little shake. Take an inhale, find a halfway lift, lengthen your spine, think about pressing your tailbone towards the back of the room and reaching the crown of the head towards the front of the room. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up and then start to walk your hands towards your front foot again. Coming into that long lunge position. And then stepping your right foot all the way back to meet your left, coming into downward facing dog. You can find a little shake of the hips sometimes, just letting the hips be really soft, the glutes be really relaxed, and just doing little bounces. It's a great way to kind of wake up the fascia, get things moving, and then find stillness. Take an inhale, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog. As you exhale, left foot steps in between your hands, find your lunge. Good. Take an inhale here, reach your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, hands to the heart, prayer position. Roll your shoulders back, create a little bit more space from your hips to your shoulders. And then as you exhale, take a spin towards your left, lean forward so your right elbow has that little shelf, your left thigh to land on. Keep energizing through your back leg, so strongly press your heel back, squeeze your inner thighs together, and press into your palms to revolve your chest. Try to get your left shoulder to stack over top of your right and find your focal point. Nice job, one more breath. Let your gaze come down to the floor. Your fingertips are gonna find the earth. The right foot's gonna come up, but it's not gonna touch the floor. You'll just keep the knees about side by side. Gaze slightly forward, begin to peel yourself up. Ooh, nice and slow. Bringing your right knee in towards your chest and finding a moment of pause here. Beautiful work. Awesome, so hands are gonna come to the heart. You'll externally rotate your thigh, flex the foot, let the ankle rest on the thigh and gently send your hips back as your heart reaches forward. Press your bum back behind you. Keep the low belly drawn in, shoulders roll back. Feel the sensation of stretch in that outer hip. Pause here for one more breath. Good, next inhale, plant the foot down, reach the arms all the way up, big breath in. As you exhale, you can trim your hips fold towards the ground. Slide your hands up your shins, lift up just halfway. Exhale, hands from the mat, step back into plank. Hands on your shoulders, heels pressing back, squeeze the butt, squeeze the core, take a breath in. hand's gonna come to the right, left hand to the left. Lift your elbows and come to the tips of your fingers. Really press down into the tops of your feet so you feel your pelvis, your knees lift, your quads engage, and your pelvis is pressing down so your tailbone is pointing slightly back. Now on an inhale breath, begin to peel your heart up, reaching your heart towards the front of the room, and then as you exhale, a little circle to the right and back down. Continue your circle, inhaling up to the left and then up, exhaling to the right and down. One more time this way, inhale left and up, exhale right and down. And then just switching the direction, inhaling over to the right and up, exhaling to the left and down. And look around in a circle, stretching on the neck. One more time. Good, let your hands plant down on the floor. Lift up just through the center. Inhale, coming into your cobra. Exhale to release down. Press to your hands and knees, find your tabletop position. Extend your right leg back behind you with your toes on the floor. Begin to shift your weight forward and back just a couple of times. Good, and then bring your foot up so the heel's in line with the hip, and flex and point the toes equally so both the front and the back side of the leg is engaged. And then float your left arm forward so you're finding a little bit of an awkward balance here. Shooting energy through your fingertips and reaching back through that back leg. Take a deep breath in. Now as you exhale, the left hand's going to come down to the floor. You'll roll your right hip over your left and lower the inner arch of your right foot down to the floor. Side angle variation. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. If you need to move your left toes back so your kickstand is more at an angle, that's fine. Pause here. And then maybe take a little bit of an additional strengthening posture by letting your bottom knee hover off of the ground. Any amount. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The knee is up, lower it back down, come onto your hands and knees, your tabletop position. Nice job. Gonna take it to the other side right away. So your right leg extends back, your left leg extends back. Toes on the floor, just a little pivot forward and back. Good, and then lifting the left leg up, reaching the right arm forward. Low belly draws in, find your focal point, your balance, find your breath. One more inhale. As you exhale, the right hand comes to the floor right where it started from. You're going to roll your left hip over your right and slowly begin to lift your left arm maybe up towards the sky. So again, if you need to kickstand your right leg a little bit, so pointing your toes behind you rather than in the same direction as your left leg, that's fine. Find the variation that feels good for you. You can stay here. It's a challenge in this position as well, or you can lower your left foot down, lift your right knee up off of the ground, and pause for 5, for 4, try not to let your hips lower, 3, 2, and 1, knee down, come back onto your hands and knees, find your tabletop position, send your hips back, find your child's pose position. Turn your palms up so your thumbs are pointing either towards the sky, or if you can, externally rotate a little bit more so the thumbs are pointing away from your midline. You can let your forehead come down to the ground and just give your body a little shake, a little roll. A deep breath in. A full breath out. As you inhale, peel yourself back up, come onto your hands and knees, just one round of cat-cow, nice and slow. Inhale, lift your tail, lift your crown, open your chest. Exhale to round your spine, press the earth away. Inhale, come to neutral, and then press up onto your knees so you're in a kneeling position. Sweep your arms up towards the sky, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let your hands come behind your back, interlace your fingers, and then shoot both of your fists over toward, or your fist over towards the right side of your hip. So it's kind of plugged right around your hip area, and you're making a little triangle with your right elbow pointing away from your body. Allow your right ear to drop down towards your right shoulder so you lengthen through the left side of your neck. And take a moment of pause. Slowly bring your head back to neutral. Slide your knuckles past center and then just over to the left. Your left elbow pointing off to the side. Then just let your left ear come down towards your left shoulder. Let your knuckles come down to center. Bring your head to neutral. Find just a little bit more spaciousness in the front of your chest by rolling your shoulder blades together and opening up through the front a little bit. If it feels okay for you to let your ribs splay, that's fine. Just make sure that there's no compression in your low back. So low belly still drawing in, pelvic floor is lifted. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, release your hands. Let your hips come down onto your heels or come into a cross-legged position. I'm going to finish off with just a little bit of breath work before we get ready for the rest of our day. So the only thing I want to mention before we move into this breathing exercise is if you're pregnant, I would skip it fully and just do some ujjayi breathing, so just deep breaths in and out through the nose, listening to the sound of your breath. Or if you're doing this tape and it's this tape, kicking it old school. If you're doing this video but you've already had breakfast, I would also just skip this and just do some ujjayi breathing. So we're going to connect to Kapalabhati, which is a wonderful thing to do first thing in the morning. It stimulates your internal organs and it gets just everything kind of moving and flowing, and it's really invigorating. So you can kind of think about blowing out a candle and that feeling of your belly button pulling in towards your spine. So just for a second, imagine a birthday cake came up to you and it had all the candles and you had to blow them all out. So let's go. And feel that sharp push of your navel towards your spine. We want to feel that sensation, but we're exhaling out through the nose, and it's a sharper, shorter exhalation. So I'm just going to demo if you've never done this before. It might be a little bit challenging to start, but that's okay. And inhale through the nose. Exhale all the way out through the nose. Inhale just halfway, and then exhale. So I'm exhaling sharply through my nose, pulling my navel towards my spine, and letting the inhalation just come in naturally. So it's not a forceful inhalation, it just comes in by itself. So let's try it together. Inhale fully. Exhale all the way. Inhale just halfway. Exhale, pulse out through the nose. Feel your navel pull towards your spine, towards your spine. You don't have to go super fast, but try to find a rhythm that works for you. Go for about 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe out. Breathe in naturally. And then just allow yourself a few moments to close your eyes and notice the effects of how you feel after connecting to some nourishing movement. Starting your day